we're getting to the end of the week. There's a lot going on. If you're hearing this or watching this video, we had pre-taped this prior to this day. Normally we do day to day, so we jumped a little ahead there. So basically, you may have heard this story, you might have not, but here's my 2 cents on this. But before we start, hit that subscribe, hit that like. Don't forget to support if you can, and share this video because it's very, very important on there. Because YouTube doesn't support independent creators; they rather give it to the corporate hogs that are out there. So we heard this out of over the weekend on there. We're just getting to it ourselves because there was a lot of confusion on this. And we didn't want to report until we had most of the information that was put together, because a lot of people put these videos out, and then they had to put a second video out because there was more information that came out afterward. So we kind of put off on that, and we did it for a day or so. At PowerCon, Kevin Smith announced that basically they have joined forces with Netflix to create a Masters of the Universe series. Now, here's where we could take this 2 ways. We could say, oh, yes! Because the thing about it is, the guys who are going to be animating this is the same guys who has done Castlevania, which is Powerhouse. They did that. Castlevania, I like that. I still haven't got a chance to do the second season yet. But the first season was very, very good. The animation was very good. Some people didn't like it. I liked it. It was really, really good. Now, the other half is, this is supposed to take place. It's sort of like a continuation of the 1980s TV show. And you would say to yourself, "Hey, that's fantastic! Oh, that is really, really, really good." We're able to get finally a He-Man that we wanted. And the other half is Mattel is backing this. Because I get Mattel, they didn't like the She-Ra series that's on Netflix. And I didn't like it either. It's just literally, you have somebody who knows nothing of She-Ra, creates a TV series about She-Ra, and just literally turns Hordak into just an emotional slug in a way. But the other half is that when a lot of people that had put this out, a lot of YouTubers, they were really cheering it on. Then it came the questioning, and from the description, and I'll read you the description. The description says a radical return, and you have to say on that first word radical, and you're like, uh-oh. Return to Eternia Revelation is a direct sequel series to the classic era Masters of the Universe, featuring fan favorites as He-Man, Orko, Cringer, Man-at-Arms. The story pits our hero warriors, Guardians of Grayskull, against Skeletor, Evelyn, Beastman, and Vile Legions of Snake Mountain. But after a fierce battle forever fractures Eternia, it's up to Teela to solve the mystery of the missing sword of power in a race against time, preventing the end of the universe. Her journey will uncover the Grayskull, the secrets of Grayskull at last. This is the epic He-Man Master of the Universe saga fans have waited for 35 years to see. Okay. Now, they're saying it's He-Man the Master of the Universe, and they say it's going to be a story of Teela. We can take this 2 ways. One way is when they say radical, I just hope, because Kevin Smith is a lot smarter than this. He's written some stuff that's been really, really good. I love a lot of the stuff that he's done, Clerks and all that. He's a big comic book fan, an anime fan, and he loves this stuff. And I hope he stays within the nature of it. But when you start to throw in words like radical and return, and you say, is he going to change things? Is somebody going to change things on there? And you have to say to yourself, But let's put in this other perspective that it could be the story that we did want it, because unfortunately, when they say it's up to Tila, and you're like saying, oh, it's going to be like another She-Ra. In a way, I think it might work for this reason, and it didn't mature in the series. Now, if you are not familiar with the He-Man series, I think, what is it, Tubi TV has episodes, and a couple of other sites on that. Tubi, it's free on there, so you have commercials to deal with. They should be still having it there. One thing with the old He-Man series is that there was a revelation that we find out that Teela is the daughter of the sorceress, and I guess what was Man of Arms found her and raised her as their own daughter. So basically, there is a secret that Teela could be the next guardian of Grayskull, and maybe this is her movement toward basically finding out who she really is. And in a way, I would say, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. I mean, I just hope they don't fall into that trap like the She-Ra TV series. And of course Mattel is behind this. So basically, they were not happy with the She-Ra series. They didn't want to make the toys or anything like that. And I would assume they're going to have a toy line behind it. And quoting from Geeky Sparkles, what she wants from a She-Ra doll is with brushable hair. I have to laugh at that. The guys at Clownfish TV, they're fantastic. They've been covering this a lot because they love the He-Man series, and I do too. I mean, I grew up with the He-Man series, and He-Man was a show that I used to watch a lot, and was always a good show to go to. It taught values and stuff like that, and it had that little thing in the end, that little message in the end, friendship and all that, that they were teaching episode to episode. I mean, they even had a Christmas episode. They had one episode from Earth. Then they made the movie. It's like, oh my God. I mean, Frank Langella was great as Skeletor, but Dolph Lundgren, I don't know. And there is a new He-Man movie coming soon, and I still have my questions on that one. But looking at this, I mean, it could go either way. I guess we have to wait on that. It is a Netflix. I know a lot of people are mad at Netflix for some of the stuff they've put out on there. But I think right now with Netflix, it's hit or miss when it comes to this. And, when you're looking at a lot of the anime, I mean, there's some great stuff. Devilman Crybaby has been fantastic on there. The Godzilla series. There's been a couple of other series that's good. And then there's some other series that were like, a little cringy. But, you can't, what's to say? You can't appease everybody all at the same time. And when you're developing the way they're developing, it's going to take time on there. Because you have Funimations, you have Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll may not be around too much longer. I mean, the way Warner Brothers is pushing around a little bit, they could be eliminating Crunchyroll. So where they'll probably still get anime because they're dealing with Toonami on there. But they're running into their situations at Toonami because basically, there are people criticizing some of the scenes that are used on some of the anime that they have right now that they're playing. There's that firefighter one, basically the fan service and stuff like that, and people are complaining about that. I mean, it's anime, and I tell you, if you're not an anime watcher and you don't like anime, don't watch it. If you're that 1%ers that just like to complain about everything, don't watch it. Plain and simple, turn it off. So we'll get this from Powerhouse. There's no date yet. I guess it's underway. It'll probably be late 2020 on there. So do check it out. Comment below. Tell me how you feel about that. How you feel that we're getting a He-Man. Possibly, maybe it's the He-Man that we wanted, finally. Will it include She-Ra? I don't think so. Because even the She-Ra series said they don't expect He-Man. I have a prediction that I don't even think that the She-Ra series is going to make it to season 4. If they do make it to season 4, that's going to be the last season on there. Because I think they are getting bad results from this series on that. They don't share the numbers, but you could tell when you watching anime and you're looking at the trades and stuff like that. You could tell what's really popular and what's not. And She-Ra, Princess of Power, is not popular. So, don't forget, we are on mindsandgab.com. Don't forget, hit that subscription button. Hit that like. It's important that you do that. If you can support us, check out the description below. It'll give you how you can do it. And also share these videos. Thank you for watching Man with the Show on Q2Cast TV. We'll see you later on this evening.